So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the 6 reasons why handsome and attractive men let women pursue them. Because here's the thing that men that are able to attract women to them understand is that as they've been able to attract a lot of women to them, they've seen that women prefer to be in this element where they are pursuing the man. Because if the woman is pursuing the man, that man, he is a man to be sought after. He is a prize-worthy man. He's just overall that rare top dude. And that is going to allow the woman to know that she is securing a man that is rare. It makes her secure and it validates her attraction for that man. And these same men in this type of position understand that when they try to chase the woman, when they over pursue, that's when the attraction dies. That's when the attraction gets destroyed. That's exactly why I'm going to be diving into the 6 reasons why handsome and attractive men allow women to pursue them. That way you can understand how to be that attractive and desirable man that women pursue without destroying the attraction. So reason number 1 is that you come off more congruent with your looks, your physicality, just your overall physical presentation by not being thirsty, by not being needy, by not overly pursuing women, by not coming off as if you don't have any other options. Especially as a handsome and attractive man, you are a man that is desirable by other women. You definitely can't be doing this. And this is what mess up a lot of men is that these guys can improve their looks, dial in their physique, become more attractive, update their exterior. But on the inside, they are still a man that is in scarcity, that's still needy. He's thirsty. He comes off feminine in ways. And this is still going to repel women. Now, depending on how attracted a woman is to you, she may give you some passes, but this won't happen all the time, or this won't happen for that long as far as her giving you these passes. But when you are that attractive man physically, but you demonstrate that through your mentality, you view yourself as that attractive, desirable, and rare man. You know that you're in abundance because you know you're that dude based on your evidence, based on your results that you can reflect on constantly, that constantly remind you that you are that dude. But you come off like this energetically with your aura, with your presence. When you're not chasing, you're allowing women to pursue you. Now, this doesn't mean you don't put any effort in. That doesn't mean that women do all the effort. I'm not saying that. You're pursuing, you're reciprocating, but you're not overly pursuing women. You're not chasing them. You're allowing women to make themselves available to you. You're allowing women to check in with you, see when are you available. You guys are accommodating each other's schedules, but overall, you're just not being needy, thirsty, and just in a scarcity mentality. And by not being this way, you come off more congruent with your physical presentation and your appearance. Because again, this is why a lot of guys can become attractive, get in shape, and you solve the first problem, which is being noticed by women and actually attracting women to you. But there's a saying goes that solutions create new problems. Once you overcome the first problem, which is attracting women to you, which is why I talk about this a lot, because all this other stuff I'm talking about becomes almost irrelevant if you're not able to attract women to you in the first place. So that's why I talk about like improving your looks, your physicality, leveraging different ways to attract women to you. But then once you get this solution, the next problem is actually retaining women. And the bigger problem from there is actually rewiring yourself to not only be that attractive man on the outside, but be that attractive man on the inside. So when you're not needy, when you're not thirsty, you come off more congruent with the way that women perceive you based on your physical appearance. Then moving on to the second reason that handsome and attractive men allow women to pursue them. And that is because when women are pursuing you. So when I say pursue, again, that doesn't mean that you don't put any effort in, but you're allowing women to check in with you. You're allowing women to ask, when are you free this week? You're allowing women to accommodate to your schedule if you can't perhaps meet up on the day that she recommended. She's finding different ways to accommodate to your schedule. She's checking in with you to see how your day is going. She's trying to find different ways that she can spend time with you. Now, this is not to say that you don't ever do these things for women, but you're allowing them to do this more so. Because it's typically men that are always doing this stuff and they never give women the chance to pursue them. Now, women do want you to reciprocate. Women do want you to reciprocate enough to where they know, okay, this man is feeling me too. This man is attracted to me as well. This man is showcasing interest in me as well. Because the other problem that I see a lot of guys make is that they go too indifferent. They go too indifferent where they get too standoffish. A lot of men, if you watch Naruto, man, a lot of men try to be like Sasuke. A lot of men try to be like Sasuke and don't give women any type of attention. Like they're too standoffish, too indifferent, but it's a perfect balance. Allow women to pursue, allow them to be checking in with you, but make sure that you're reciprocating. Make sure you're accommodating. Make sure that you're working things out to where you guys can meet up on a day and time that works best for you. When you guys meet up with each other, you're present. You know what I mean? You're asking questions about them. You're making them feel seen, heard, and recognized. But you want to give women the opportunity to pursue you because by them doing so, they are communicating to you without you having to say a word that they find you as that rare and desirable man, that you are that prize-worthy man. And it's hard to communicate that. It's hard to display that. It's hard to demonstrate that without saying anything. It's hard for women to view you that way. It's hard for them to treat you that way when you're too busy being the one that's chasing them, when you're too busy the one that is being needy for them, constantly simping for them, constantly trying to find ways to get them to come out on a date with you when they're clearly trying to let you down easy, and they're not giving you different times and days that they can meet up with you. They're not trying to reschedule with you. Maybe they flaked on you, or maybe something came up and they don't offer any type of reschedule as far as a day and time. And then you're trying to constantly find different ways or different times and days that you guys can meet up. You're the one that's constantly like texting her when she hasn't texted you back on the last text about you asking when can she be free this week, stuff like that. That's needy behavior. That's going to turn her off. That's chasing. You're overplaying your hands. You're overly investing in a woman that isn't investing in you the same way. But handsome, attractive men understand that the women that have came to them, that pursue them, those women, whether they knew it or not, were viewing the man even more rare, because women do value what is scarce. Women do value men that are rare. And really, handsome, attractive men are rare. They're more rare than beautiful, attractive women. There's beautiful, attractive women are all over the place. But men that are handsome and attractive to women that have the physical cues and the physical presentation that women are into, that they're universally attracted to, there's not that many men out there like that. So by allowing women to pursue you, again, this doesn't mean you don't put any effort in, but you allow them to pursue you. It shouldn't be completely lopsided. It typically works out better when they are pursuing you a little bit more than you are pursuing them. Sounds crazy, sounds toxic. It is what it is. I didn't come up with the rules, but there should still be a good balance of reciprocation. But when they're pursuing you just a little bit more, that's when things work out. But they're also signaling with their actions and behaviors that you are that rare man. Especially as a handsome, attractive man, you're going to be perceived even more rare because you're not coming off needy. You're not chasing. You're not being thirsty. And then moving on to the third reason is that you allow women to filter themselves for you and show that they deserve to be with a viable option, which is you. When you are that rare, desirable man, especially as a handsome and attractive man, on top of the fact that you're building out your life, you're ambitious, you're driven, you're leveling up in your career, your business, you got hobbies, you got passions, you got different skills, you're becoming what I call the holistic, attractive renaissance man. Like, you just have so many different things about you, so many different hats that you wear, so many different traits and skills that you have. You are a one of none rare man. You want women to filter themselves out, because here's the fact of the matter. From just a supply and demand perspective, man, when you are a rare dude, I mean, there's going to be more demand for you, which means that you can attract more women to you. You have more options. You have more access to options. You have more access to more quality and attractive options. So not every woman is going to be qualified to mess with you. Not every woman is going to be qualified to have your time. How women have a lot of suitors that come at them and they're constantly disqualifying men, and they're only going for the men that they're the most attracted to, that they view as that top dude. You got to start thinking the same thing. You got to have that filtration process the way that they do. And this is more high level thinking. This is more mature, like guys that don't view themselves as that top dude, that got the men that don't believe in themselves, men that aren't confident in themselves, men that have low self-esteem and low negative, poor self-images, don't think and talk the way that I do. But you need to be that dude where you need to be saying no more than you need to be saying yes. Straight up, man. Straight up. You want to be more confident in yourself? Learn how to tell women no more. Not in a disrespectful way, not in a manipulative, gamey like way. When I say tell women no more, I'm just more so mean you don't be dealing with women that aren't good for you, that don't have the behaviors and the qualities that you want in a woman. Don't let just any old woman just get your time just because she may have a pretty face and a nice body. Okay, that'll get your attention. But if she doesn't bring any other substance beyond that, why are you allowing her in your life, man? You're a rare dude. You should be able to attract more. At least that's how you should be thinking. That's how you should be operating. And that mentality alone is going to make you more confident. So allow women to filter themselves out by seeing who are the women that are going to pursue you, who are the women that are going to try to get your time, but they're going to work for it. They're going to appreciate your time. They're going to be checking in with you, making sure, are you good? Is there anything they can do for you? How's your day going? Showcasing these positive behavior traits and treatment towards you. They're treating you like a king. They're treating you like a prize. But that starts with how you treat and view yourself first and foremost. Because see, women, the world, your results in life are just only going to reflect how you think and act and view yourself. So understand, man, that you want women to pursue you and filter themselves out because you only want to deal with the best of the best women. Because as you become that attractive and desirable man, guess what? You can actually attract the best of the best women, but you have to become the best of the best version of yourself first and foremost. And then the results in life, like dating, for example, will catch up and it will mirror the type of man that you are. And before we move on to the fourth reason, man, if you feel like you're constantly being overlooked by women, if you're constantly feeling like you're chasing women, if you feel like you're not getting the type of treatment and behavior that I've talked about so far in this video, and you want to be able to attract women to you that view you like the prize, that treat you like the king, and understand that you are that rare and valuable man, then definitely check out the free training that I made for you specifically touching on this, because I've helped a lot of guys, even handsome, attractive men that were that dude. They were that top dude on paper, right? Good looking, in shape. Some were even tall, made good money, but they were still getting ghosted by women, or they were still getting mistreated by women. They weren't attracting the type of women that actually had the quality traits that they wanted. And then with just a few strategic tweaks with their mindset, how they portrayed themselves when they were talking to women, and then even having a more strategic system to attract women to them that are already attracted to them and pre-sold on them, that's when everything changed. Their mindset, their confidence, their self-belief, the quality of women that they're attracting went up, and they were able to attract women to them consistently and have dates lined up every single week. So if you want extra help when it comes to achieving that as well, then again, definitely check out that free training that I made for you. And then moving on to the fourth reason why handsome and attractive men allow women to pursue them is because they understand that women become more emotionally invested and attached to these men. See, the more that women invest in you, the more that women spend time with you, the more women do things for you, the more emotionally invested they become in you, because they're spending more time with you, they're getting to know you, you guys are building a connection, you're providing more positive experiences, or maybe more unique positive experiences and feelings that they haven't experienced with other men before. You're making them feel different ways that they haven't felt with other men. The more time that you're simply nurturing her, whether you know it or not, through time, through communication, you investing in her, but in a more balanced, proportionate way, you're going to see that women are going to be more emotionally invested in you. These are going to be the women that are not only attracted to you, but they're going to be more hooked on you. These are going to be the women that actually want to lock you down. They may view you as that man that they want to be in a relationship with, that they're going to pursue a relationship with. Now, whether or not she is a viable option for you in terms of a relationship is a different story. That's a different conversation for a different day. But you're going to see that it's going to be a lot easier to retain women that put in the effort to pursue you, to make it known that they view you as that top dude, but they work to earn you because they understand your value. They understand that you are that prize-worthy dude, but you should also be taking care of these women as far as being good to them, not mistreating them, not being disrespectful, not playing them, right? Come on, we don't do that toxic shit. We're masculine over here. We're sophisticated over here. We don't need to be upset. We don't need to be red pill raging still and shit. Come on, man. There's a time and place for all that, but eventually you got to grow the fuck up, become a masculine, sophisticated man. Stop thinking in scarcity, and you got to learn how to maneuver out here. See, dudes who are actually successful with women aren't upset and still have all these different negative emotions and feelings towards women like that. They're aware of how women operate. They understand there's good and bad sides to women, but there's good and bad sides to men. There's good sides and bad sides to people in general. But you got, like, when you got women that are actually treating you well, man, that are putting in the work, they're pursuing you, they treat you great, man, make sure you take care of those women, man. I'm not saying, when I say take care, I'm not saying drop money on them and go buy them bags and shit like that. I'm not saying stuff like that. But make sure that you're treating them well, man. Make sure that you're reciprocating. Make sure that you're doing right by them. Don't mistreat them. Don't lie. Don't deceive. We move different over here, man. Titans over here, we're different out here, man. We're outlier men over here. We don't do that toxic little boy game shit. We don't do that stuff. Because men who can attract women to them and can attract and retain women don't need to do that shit. Just understand that women are going to be more emotionally connected with you and invested in you the more time they spend, the more time they pursue you, and the more you nurture them over time as you spend more time with them and you interact with them. And these are typically going to be the better women to be with when they actually view you as that dude and they are genuinely into you as a man. And then moving on to the fifth reason why handsome and attractive men allow women to pursue them is just because chasing women, just doing too much, constantly like trying to spend time with women, but you're doing it in a way where it just doesn't come off masculine, it doesn't come off smooth. You make it seem like you want to spend time with the woman because you don't have any other options versus you want to spend time with the woman because you enjoy yours and hers time. Well, you're going to be turning women off by chasing like this. You're going to be turning women off by conducting yourself this way. Women do want men that can at least attract other options, and he becomes more of a safer man in that regard. Because men who are needy, who are thirsty, who are simpy, these are going to be the craziest dudes, number one. But number two, they're going to be the most repelling to women. These aren't going to be men that are the prize because they don't treat themselves like the prize first and foremost. And that comes out in the way that they interact with women. The way you treat and view yourself and you interact with yourself comes out in the way that you treat and view and interact with other people, whether you know it or not. That's why, again, men who are good looking on the outside, but aren't good looking on the inside, so to speak. That's why when they're chasing women, they're needy, they can lose women. You know how a lot of men are always like, man, I can attract the women that I'm not attracted to, but when it comes to the women that I want, that I'm attracted to, I can't ever seem to get them. How do you know that, number one? Are you putting yourself in positions to talk to these women? Are you standing out to these women? Are you having conversations with them? How do you know that? How do you actually know that? Number two, I believe the reason why this happens a lot is because you want the woman. Now, I know you're like, yeah, Jordan, what's the issue with that? The problem is not necessarily that you want the woman, but typically when men want women, that comes out in a way where they appear to be thirsty, needy, scarcity. They pedestalize a woman, and that energy leaks out. That the way you interact with women leaks out. And here's how I know this. Here's how they know this, is because they see this every single day. Women see needy, thirsty dudes chasing them all the time. And when you are into a particular woman and you're really attracted to her, a lot of men are going to pedestalize that woman. And typically men will pedestalize women that they're really into because these men aren't that top tier men to themselves. They're not that desirable men to themselves. Like when you're that handsome, attractive man, like I'll just tell you what my mentality is like when I see an attractive woman, I'm like, okay, yeah, like she's very attractive. Lucky for her, she caught my attention. But I want to see, do we vibe? Does she have a good personality? Does she have substance to her? Can we have a conversation? Is there chemistry there? Because I've had enough experiences where I've attracted women that were beautiful on the outside, but were ugly as hell on the inside. So I know that when I meet women, that's my new viewpoint. But I also know I'm that top dude. Whenever I see an attractive woman, I'm not going to be like, oh, she's so bad and she's so rare. No, I'm a rare dude. Okay, she got a banging ass body. I got a badass physique. And I actually know how to fight. So my physique isn't just aesthetic and attractive physically, but I can actually do shit with mine. What can she do with her body for me? She can't protect me. You see what I'm saying? Okay, she got a good looking face. I do too. Okay, she dresses nice. I dress well too. You see what I'm saying? You got to view yourself as this dude. Appreciate the attractiveness, appreciate the beauty, but don't pedestalize it. Don't stop there. But you can't talk and think this way until you become that dude. So that's why you should be putting the work to become the most attractive version of yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, holistically, man. But I think the reason why a lot of men can't get the women that they want is because you pedestalize them. It comes out in your energy. Here's how I know this. Here's exactly how I know this. When I was younger, when I was like more shy, more timid, more nervous, I was able to still attract the women I wanted. And I was going crazy for them on the outside, or I'm sorry, I was going crazy for them on the inside, but on the outside, they would have known because my timidity, my shyness, my nervousness was perceived as mystique because they were attracted to me. So they leaned into that. Like, I didn't know that was working for me until over time, I'm like, oh, like that's part of the reason why these women were attracted to me, because I came off indifferent to them, even though on the inside I was attracted to them, but I was nervous. And this was more so my high school years, but I was able to attract the women that I wanted. And I noticed that I was able to do that because I came off so indifferent and more nonchalant and more reserved, even though I was going crazy for them on the inside. But on the outside, I came off so indifferent that they were drawn into that even more beyond the physicality. And this, what I'm going to say to you is very simple, but it's hard. The attractive women that you're really into, you have to come off as if you're not really that into them, because they're going to be able to smell that neediness and that scarcity from a mile away. And a lot of these women are already going to assume that you've been with women like them, if not women more attractive than them. So then based on their perception that they have a view and the type of options and women that you can attract in your experiences that you've had with women, you can come off incongruent in that way. You see how there's different layers to attraction and female nature and psychology? But I truly believe really the best way to attract the women to you, like once you become more attractive, you can stand out to women, whether this is like standing out to them and attracting them online, in person, whatever. The women that you're really into, you have to be able to control your mindset, your biology. You have to control your emotions, and you have to showcase enough interest and attraction in women to let them know like you have interest in them, but you're not pedestalizing them. You conduct yourself in the way where you've attracted women like them before. I know there's a lot of nuance to this, but I believe this is truly what works. Because it's interesting how it's always the women that you don't want that are coming at you. Part of that's because that same energy that you're displaying to the women that you don't want coming at you is the exact reason why you can't attract or even retain the women that you really want, because you're not showcasing that same level of indifference that you're showing the women that you're not into. You're not showcasing that to the women that you are into. It's simple, but it's hard as hell to do. Really with that, it's not that you don't showcase attraction and interest to the women that you really want. You just have to calibrate yourself. You got to be cool. You can't be needy. You can't be thirsty. You can't be doing too much. See, a lot of guys overchase and they do too much once they get that woman that they're really attracted to. That's why even if they do attract the woman that they're really into, they lose them. They can't retain them. And then moving on to the sixth and final reason why handsome and attractive men allow women to pursue them is because at the end of the day, these women want to be in these men's lives. They want to be in the presence of this man. See, you want a woman that wants you first and needs you second. I repeat, you want a woman that wants you first, needs you second. And what I mean by that is like, you want a woman that desires to be with you, that wants to be with you, has genuine desire for you, is enthusiastic to talk to you, to be with you, to spend time with you. She she wants to be in a relationship with you. She pursues for a relationship with you. She wants to lock you down because she's really attracted to you. She's into you. She enjoys who she is when she's around you. She enjoys your guys' time together. She views you as that top rare man. You guys have great chemistry and vibe. Handsome, attractive men allow women to pursue them because they understand the best women to date, to interact with, and to overall spend time with and associate with are the women that want to be with them. See, women will be with men for emotional security from a place of scarcity, maybe rely on a man for money or specific offerings, but that's more so from a basis of need, not desire. Like one of the arguments I see in the dating space is that when it comes to the looks thing and about like how women perceive a man's looks and physicality, and when I say looks, I always mean like physically, like face, body, fashion, style, like holistically. Their argument is that women they go for average men because they can feel more emotionally secure with those men. But the problem is like, that's from a scarcity mentality though. I wouldn't be with a woman that thinks that way because that's from a scarcity mentality. You see what I'm saying? So women will be with these dudes out of a sense of need, not a want, not a desire. Focus on the woman that wants you first, but also needs you in the sense where they need you because you're that top dude. You're that outlier man. Like you want to be with women that want you, that desire you, that genuinely want to spend time with you and they're attracted to you, but also they need you in the sense where they can't replicate you because you're just that top dude. You have it going on for you. You're that holistically attractive man. Because I'm telling you, the women that want to be with you are the women that are going to be the best women to have in your life because they genuinely are attracted to you physically, mentally, energetically, emotionally. They're attracted to the complete package of the man that makes you. And the more desirable, more attractive, the more rare you become, the more you're going to be able to attract women to you like this. The more you're going to have a more thriving and abundant dating life. And again, if you're tired of feeling like you're constantly chasing women, you're constantly getting overlooked by women, you're having a hard time attracting the women that you want, or even the women that you want that you're able to attract, you can't retain them for whatever reason. They don't ever stick by with you. You can't ever have successful relationships with these type of women that you want. But instead, you actually want to become that man that is not only attractive, desirable, and rare, but you can attract women to you that view you and treat you that same way. And overall, having more thriving and abundant dating life. That way, you're no longer thinking in scarcity or living in scarcity or having a scarce dating life where you have zero options, but instead, you're able to attract women to you that are already pre-sold on you, that already view you as that top dude, that already view you as that prize. If you want help when it comes to achieving that, then again, check out that free training that I made for you specifically, where I break down step by step how I was able to achieve this in my own life and how I've been able to help other men as well. With that being said, I hope you got a lot of value from this video, and I'll talk to you in the next one.